Hi guys, welcome to another video. This topic is about application development security, and the first part is what is application security. The application security is the process of making apps more secure by finding, fixing, and enhancing the security of apps. Much of this happens during the development phase, but it includes tools and methods to protect apps once they are deployed. This is becoming more important because there are some tools or people that increasingly target applications with their attacks. Application security is getting a lot of attention. Hundreds of tools are available to secure elements of your application's portfolio, from looking down coding changes to assessing inadvertent coding threats, evaluating encryption options, and auditing permissions and access rights. There are specialized tools for mobile apps, for network-based apps, and for firewalls designed especially for web applications. But why is application security important? The faster and sooner in software development process you can find and fix security issues, the safer your enterprise will be, because everyone makes mistakes. The challenge is to find those mistakes in a timely fashion. For example, a common coding error could allow unverified inputs. These mistakes can turn into SQL injection attacks, and then data leaks if someone finds them. The application security tools that integrate into your application development environment can make this process and workflow simpler and more effective. These tools are also useful if you are doing compliance audits, since they can save time and the expense by catching problems before the auditors see them. The rapidly growth in the application security segment has been helped by the changing nature of how enterprise apps are being constructed in the last several years. Gone are the days where an IT shop or an IT enterprise will take months to refine requirements, build and test prototypes, and deliver a finished product to an end user department. Now we have new working methods called continuous development or continuous deployment and integration that refine an app daily, in some cases hourly. And this means that security tools have to work in this ever-changing world and find issues with code quickly. The application security tools that we have two categories: the security testing tools and the application shielding tools or products. And for this security testing tools, that is the first section, they are somewhat useful for how you decide what you need to protect your app portfolio. First one, the static testing, which analyze code at fixing points during its development. This is useful for developers to check their code as they are writing it to ensure that security issues are being introduced during the development. The second one, dynamic testing, which analyzes running code. This is more useful as it can simulate attacks on production systems and reveal more complex attacks patterns that use a combination of systems. The next one, the interactive testing, which combines elements of both static and dynamic testing. And the last one, the mobile testing, is designed especially for the mobile environments and can examine how an attacker can leverage the mobile system operator or the operator system and the apps running on them in its entirety. Another way to look at the testing tools is how they are delivered, either via an on-premises tool or via software as a system-based subscription service where you submit your code to online analysis. Some even do both, but we have to look for the programming languages supported by each testing vendor. Some limit their tools to just one or two languages, and there are some others that involve or give you the opportunity to use in a different languages. The same goes for integrated development environments or the IDs, because some tools operate as plugins or extensions of these IDs, and so testing your code is as simple as clicking on a button. But we have at the same time the application shielding tools or products. The main objective of these tools is to harden the applications so that attacks are more difficult to carry out. And we have, in this case, the first one in this category, the runtime application self-protection. These tools could be considered a combination of testing and shielding. They provide a measure of protection against possible reversing engineering attacks. And the second one, the code of obfuscation. The attackers often use obfuscation methods to hide their malware, and now tools allow developers to do this to help protect their code from being attacked. The next one, the encryption and anti-tampering tools. These are other methods that can be used to keep the bad guys from gaining insights into your code. And the last one, the threat detection tools. These tools examine the environment or network where your apps are running and make an assessment about potential threats and misuse trust relationships. And we have some measures to secure your software. One of these is to protect your database from SQL injection. The next one is to encode data before using it. And another is to validate input data before you used in or store it. The other one is to access control, denying or deny by default. The establishing identity upfront to protect data and privacy. Logging and intrusion detection. Don't roll your code on security code. handle errors and exceptions correctly, and build security testing into development. And the security or the application security challenge are part of the problem in the IT environment, because it's difficult or have several different masters to secure these applications. But the responsibility for application security could be expressed across several different teams within your IT operations or your IT teams. But this makes, or it's hard to suggest one tool that will fit everyone's needs, which is why the market has become so fragmented. That is the reason, because you have a lot of options in the market for testing or secure your application, depending the language or the environment that you are using. But the important thing here is that we have one rule in the secure topic, that it's your code and it's your job to make sure that it's safe and secure. And that's it, guys. See you in the next video.